Good morning, Saraville High School, and welcome back to the Bombcast. Today is March 6th, and we're your hosts. I'm Sophia Matula.
And I'm Gianna Falto. Happy Dr. Seuss Week.
In today's episode of the Bombcast, we first have the bulletin board, followed by a speed reading of Fox and Socks, fall in love with a good book from the English department, and finally sports with faith. Let's head to the bulletin.
Help the Computer Science Honor Society collect winter clothing items for a Cozy for a Cause all this week. Boxes for donation can be found in the main foyer. Are you ready for more food, games, and fun? Join TIGS at their St. Patrick's Day meeting on Wednesday, March 18th after school in the cafeteria. Get ready to have so much fun.
The South Asian Cultural Club Mendi Night will be on Friday, March 6th at 5:30. Come through cafeteria door 22 and contact Mrs. K in room D216 or a board member for tickets. 2 tickets for $20 and 1 for $12. All are welcome. Our broadcast media class wanted to create something in honor of Dr. Seuss Week. Here's our attempt at the Fox and Socks Challenge.
Good morning, Saraville. Today, the broadcast media class is going to attempt to read Fox and Socks in honor of Dr. Seuss Week. The person who can read the most pages wins. I'm going to start. Fox, socks, box, knocks.
Knocks and box, box and sock.
Knocks on fox and socks and box.
Socks on knocks and knocks and box. Fox and socks on box. No. Chicks with bricks come, chicks with blocks come, chicks with bricks and blocks and clocks come.
Look, sir, Mr. Knoxer. Let's do tricks with bricks and blocks, sir.
First, I'll make a quick trick brick stack. Then I'll make a quick trick block stack.
You can make a quick trick chick stack. You can make a quick nope.
You can make a quick trick chick stack. You can make a quick trick clock stack.
And here's a trick, Mr. Knox. Nope.
No.
And here's a new trick, Mr. Knox. Socks on chicks and chicks on no blocks.
And here's a new trick, Mr. Knox. Socks on chicks and chicks on fox. Fox on clocks on bricks on blocks. Bricks and blocks on knocks on box.
Now we come to
Now we come to ticks and toxer. Try to say this, Mr. Knoxer.
Clocks on fox tick. Clocks on knocks talk. 6, 6.
Clocks on fox tick. Clocks on knocks talk. 6, 6.
Clocks on fox tick. Clocks on knocks talk. 6, 6 bricks tick. 6, 6 chicks talk.
Please, sir, I don't like this trick, sir. My tongue isn't quick or slick, sir. I get all these ticks and clocks, sir, mixed up with the chicks and talks, sir. I can't do it, Mr. Fox, sir.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Knoxer.
Here's an easy game to play. Here's an easy thing to say.
New socks, 2 socks, who socks, Sue socks.
Who sues who socks? Sue sues Sue socks. Who sees who sue?
Who sews whose socks? Sue sews Sue's socks. Who sees who sew whose new socks, sir? You see Sue sew Sue's new socks, sir. That's not easy, Mr. Fox, sir.
Who comes, crow comes, slow Joe, crow comes.
Who sews crow's clothes? Sue sews crow's clothes. Slow Joe Crow sews whose clothes? Sue's clothes.
Sue Sue's socks a fox in socks now.
Slow Joe Crow sews knocks and box.
Sue Sue's rose on slow Joe Crow's clothes. Fox Sue's hose on slow Joe Crow's nose. Hose goes, rose grows, nose hose goes some. Crow's rose grows some.
Mr. Fox, I hate this game, sir. This game makes my tongue quite lame, sir.
Mr. Knoxer, what a shame, sir. We'll find something new to do now. Here is lots of new blue goo now. New goo, blue goo, gooey gooey blue goo. New goo, gooey.
Gooey goo for chewy chewing, that's what that goo goose is doing. Do you choose to chew goose too, sir? If, sir, you, sir, choose to chew, sir, with the goo goose chew, sir, do, sir. Mr. Fox, sir, I won't do it. I can't say it, I won't chew it. Very well, sir, step this way. We'll find another game to play. Bim comes, Ben comes, bing, bin, yeah.
Great job, Abdullah. Now, in honor of Dr. Seuss Week, here's our staff talking about some of their favorite books.
Oh, hi. Just catching up on some reading on my favorite book of all time. This is called The Killer Angels. It is an epic Civil War novel by Michael Shara, and it's about the Battle of Gettysburg. It is one of my all-time favorite books. Listen to it on long road trips for audio books. I'll read it some spare time. One of my favorite movies of all time is based on it, the movie Gettysburg, but it is a must-read. It is an American classic. Very easy read, too. So if you're a history fan and a Civil War buff, Killer Angels. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll get back.
This is Mr. Lopez. I teach English over here at the high school, freshmen and sophomores, and I have with me To Kill a Mockingbird. The reason why I chose To Kill a Mockingbird is because I think it's a really good book about adolescence. Teaches a lot of lessons, I think, to the students who read them. I actually read it here my junior year with Miss Chuntz, and then it was the first book that I had the opportunity to teach when I was doing my student teaching. So reading this book has a nice place in my teaching history, and I think it's a really good book for kids to read too when they are in high school.
Hi, my name is Miss Chuntz, and I teach English here at the high school. And the book that I have today is called Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. And this is a really cool fantasy book. It takes place in modern times, so there's a really cool cross between like ancient magic and what's going on in the modern world. And it's almost like a what if, or almost like a parody of Harry Potter, but in a way that it kind of like just brings new ideas and new life to like magic. And probably the thing I love most about it is the way that the whole magic system works. Is that any popular phrase can become a spell. So anything that slang that becomes popular could become a spell. And depending on how popular and how widespread it is determines how powerful the magic is. So I think that's just a really cool way to think about magical world building, and it's something I had never seen in another fantasy book before. So this is part of a trilogy. I've read the first 2 books, and I'm about to start the 3rd, and I highly recommend it.
Hi, my name is Kim Gibson. I'm a guidance counselor here at Centerville High School. I'm here to talk about my favorite book. It's called Come Back. It can also be called Come Back. The title has 2 meanings. It's about a young girl who struggles with trauma, mental health issues, and addiction issues, and her fight to come back and overcome those things. It's written by her mother, and it's a true story. And once you get through all of the horrible things that come with those issues, it turns out to be a really feel-good book. Try it. It's great.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Zarowski. I'm a vice principal for seniors, and the book I chose is Let Them. I don't actually read, so I usually listen to podcasts, but I listened to this on audio. And it's a book about just letting go of the power of the things that you can't control and just focusing on how you react to different situations. So if that means anything to you, pick it up or listen to it.
Amazing choices. Now from the field to your screens, Faith is here with your weekly sports report.
Hey guys, it's Faith Abesky back with your weekly sports report. Let's go see what they have to say.
Walsh, sophomore, aka the Ticket. We had 4 kids qualify for regionals: Casper Treziak, Alepa Prusa, Barry Zapata, and the Ticket.
Hi, I'm Zion Jones, as captain of the basketball team. We went 17-11. We had some pretty good wins against Piscataway, Middle Township, and Colonia.
Hey, I'm Michael Wazenko, and I'm a senior on the boys swim team. I recently competed at the Vita Champions, where I placed 8th in the 200 IM and 9th in the 100 backstroke of the state.
And that's it for this week's sports report. Go Bombers!
Keep up the amazing work, Bombers. Thanks for joining us on this week's Bombcast. Follow us on our Instagram at Sayreville_Bombcast for more news and content. Until next time, I'm Gianna Falto.
And I'm Sophia Matula.
This has been the Bombcast, your explosion of information
and entertainment. Have a great day.